If you can hear me loud and clear, you notify in the chat box that you can hear me, probably where you're connecting from. Let's do that real quick. All right, so good evening, Mr. Nick. Any other person? Am I audible on your side? Great. We only two in the class. Yes, I can see a lot of faces. All right, so we continue our session as far as trading is concerned, and last time we stopped at trading tools and we focused on MetaTrader platform 5 and 4, both on the mobile device and the PC version. I'm going to do a little quick recap and then continue with today's session. We're going to look into technical analysis or introduction to technical analysis. What moves the market? How to identify. We're going to break down candlestick, so you know candlesticks, and then how to deal with candlestick. All right, so at least 2 people can hear me, so I'm actually going to continue. Someone should kindly help Timothy net his mic. He can be able to hear us. And where are the rest of the people? Everybody needs to always come to this class very early and capture things from the onset. It's very important. Even the videos we play at the beginning can help you get a concept of trading. It can help you hear a new word that you can go and research on, especially if you really want to become a trader. All right, so I'll be using 2 devices as usual. I'll use my phone and I'll use a laptop. And the phone to help everybody who uses mobile device to be able to connect through the session. Same as the laptop. And in the course of the sessions, a couple of days ahead of us, we will be using almost all the chatting systems, TradingView and MetaTrader. I'm going to trade on practical basis, and I believe you take today's session very serious because, like I promised, once you know some basics as far as executing trade on MetaTrader is concerned, you are qualified to start picking trades and getting used to the interface of the application, which means after we cross risk management barrier, you could be taking few trades on your life to help you scale up yourself so fast. And we announced 7 people last week, Monday, Friday, we announced for 7 people who would want to be part of live trading from the onset. I think no one showed up yet. If the opportunity is close, I'm not sure you're going to blame us. Very important. All right, so once again, my name is Mark, and I'll be the lead for this project. I have 2 level committed referee with me, 2 in Nigeria, 1 in Ghana. Some of you that goes the extra mile to try to set up your account or you have issues. I'm very sure you love their service. they come, they will assist you. So Dr. Sarah is from Abuja, and Priscilla is in Port Harcourt, and Awenepa is in Ghana. So that is our official people you can take solid information from. I will kindly say, after those 3 people, I don't know anybody. Okay. When I said I don't know you, I'm only stressing on the fact that there are people that cannot give you wrong information, you know. So take note of all this and stay safe in the community. Okay. All right, so I think we've gone through the portal very carefully. Like I said, we're going to recap a little. Why is it very important to know your platform? Very important because it helps you know exactly what you're doing. So this is the title bar, okay? It tells you the account number, the broker you are using, the account type. So this is a demonstration account. And then the broker, where the broker is registered. You also see the time frame with the assets. That's one. You have the menu bar, okay, where you can see the file, view, insert, chart, tools, window, and help. We call it the menu bar. It actually gives you the opportunity to access everything on the chart in the menu. For instance, if you are looking for navigator, your navigator disappeared, you click on view, you check it, and you'll be able to see view coming back to you. For example, just to demonstrate, we click here, view. Okay, we're going to uncheck navigator. Something will vanish. Okay, something was here and it's no more. That's a navigator. Now, most of you that will start trading with computer, I was there. So I'm telling you, you do something and then something is not showing. Don't panic. Don't fear. Just go back to what? View and click on whatever that is missing. Now, what am I going to urge you? What I will urge you is to know positions of everything. So you know what get missing and you can easily find, right? Now I know what get missing is navigator. So this is it, it's back. Very simple. Then we have the standard toolbar, okay? We have the standard toolbar. Or somebody say the toolbar, okay? But I'm actually coming from the Microsoft background where we do all those tap stuff. So the standard toolbar gives you some shots or an area where you can put some frequent objects you want to use very fast and easy accessible. Okay. Anything you can find on the standard toolbar can be found on the menu. But because of fast and picking or fast using the system, you'll be able to. Okay. Then we have the time frame. The time frame is not always here. You have some of the, when you download the MetaTrader very fresh, sometimes you have to add it. Okay, when you add it, it can appear here in any other place. So wherever you think it's okay for you, you can just leave it there. If you don't like it to show on the chart, once you right click on the chart, you can come to time frames and then you can see them. Now, one advantage between the MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5, and this is MetaTrader 5, is that the MetaTrader 5 gives you a breakdown of some of the time frames. You can see, so 1 minute to 30 minutes is the standard time frame. The Meta 5 gives you a breakdown of that 1 minute in between 1 minute, it gives it to you. Hours in between, it gives it to you. And then to the standard. So when you go to MT4, you'll be seeing 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. You see 1 hour, 4 hour. You see daily, weekly, and monthly. Or when you go to Meta 5, you see a breakdown in between the 5 minutes, in between the 15 minutes, in between the 30 minutes and 15 minutes, right? On the same time, for 1 hourly, you see in between the hours. So 2, 3, you don't see 2 and you won't see 2 and 3 time frame on Meta-4, right? So those are some of the basic differences between MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. Take note. Then we have an important area, price. See the price there. Very important. You need to know where you see your price. And what is the current price? The current price is that 1.35895 moving. Now, it is the current price. And how do you know? It always goes with a line, okay? And you can actually customize it to a color you are okay with, or a color that is visible to you. That's where you see your current price. So when a signal is given to you, you need to know the current price, because or when you are executing a trade, you do your own analysis, you need to know the current price. Very, very important. There are some times that you may have to set both bid price, ask price, median price. You can do all those settings if it is comfortable with you. And how do you do that? You can go to properties, then come to common and show things you want to show. So if you want to see bid price, ask price, last price, period separators, and the rest, you can customize them and it will show on your chart. Okay, it's all about what is comfortable for you. Now, we have this area, we call it the market watch. So this is where you see list of assets, currency pairs, stocks, commodities, futures, indices that your broker supports. Okay, so before you trade, you should be able to know what assets, what currency pairs do you want to trade, which stocks you want to trade, commodities you want to trade, and check from the broker's website to know if they are available and they are support. Are you the type that trade exotic? Then you have to check if exotic is among the currency pairs you want to trade. Now, interestingly, we have some people, or we have different type of religions, and especially the Islam, where you can actually choose an Islamic account, right? So if you are Islam, listening to my voice, you want that special service that govern all your religion, and then in respect to the Quran and Allah, contact me privately, because you might not use the common brokers or the brokers everybody is using. Okay, so all these are things you need to do before you start the trading journey, so that you can do a business comfortably without it affecting your religion as well. I think that's awesome, guys, right? Then we have navigator. Okay, we have navigator. So navigator, you see your accounts, your account type, is it demo, account number, and the rest. Now on the MetaTrader, on the neutral MetaTrader, you can add different brokers, different accounts, multiple accounts. You can add all of them under accounts. So this area is the account section. Okay. Then on the customize, because some brokers, which we're going to look at slightly, they have a customized interface of MetaTrader platform, and you cannot add any other MetaTrader. Okay, so if I switch my desktop, you'll see me using or having different types of brokers on the MetaTrader platform. That's optional as you grow. Then you also find indicators, EAs, any indicator or robots or algo trading tool you purchased. You can see all of them under navigator. At the same time, you can see all of them under view. Okay, sorry, insert. Okay, so it's an indicator. You can see, you can check and go through the insert to integrate an indicator, maybe a trend indicator, an oscillator indicator, a volume indicator, or the Williams indicator. Okay. Then we have the bottom line here, toolbox. This whole area is called toolbox. And what does the toolbox, what do you need a toolbox for? Okay, this whole area. Now, the toolbox, you can see trade, you can see exposure, you can see history, you see news, mailbox, calendar, company, alert, article, code base, experts, journal, right? You can see market, signal, VPS, and tester. Then you also see your network speed. You see your network speed. So before you complain that my network is not loading or MetaTrader is having an issue, first check your internet, and then also check your speed, the internet speed that the MetaTrader is receiving. It also enables you to know where to lead the complaint from. Okay. Now, if you log into your account and this place is not connected or invalid, it means that your account details are wrong, incorrect. Okay. Very important. So if an active trade is running, you see it at what? Trade. Exposure gives you, based on the broker you're using, what asset do you trade more of? Then you see your history. Then you see fundamental news or general news. And then you see mailbox. Mailbox could be an information from the broker as well sometimes to you. The beautiful mail information you could receive from the broker is something we call margin call. And margin call is something related to those of you using margin and leverage, or those of you using leverage. Leverage is governed by the margin law. Okay, so we talked about those things already. Now let's get into work. Okay, I'm going to still break few stuff down for you. Now, when you open your chart, you can see charts on bar. You can see on what? Candle. You can see online. So we are currently using what? Candle. That's why it is selected. Then we have the zoom in and the zoom out here. We have cascade, where you can see multiple charts, like multiple assets open together for you. Then we have the scroll back. We have scroll to the last end, which is the side. I'm going to demonstrate all of them. We also have this area where you can save, or let's say we request for an assignment, or we give an assignment. You want to submit the assignment. You click on that particular camera button, and it helps you save your what? Save your work in a picture form, and you are good to go. This is the cursor select button, which is moving currently. Then we have the crosshair. Crosshair helps you to do some kind of measurements and be able to track number of pips, number of points, number of ticks, number of candles move within one period to another period. We have the vertical line. We use the vertical line purposely to create or periods. We use the vertical line to create period. Let's say I want to do analysis between January, a certain period in January and a certain period in February. I'll use the period separator. I'm going to use all of them for you to see how to go about them, how to use them. We have the horizontal line, mostly used to draw support and resistance, mostly used to draw major reaction points, key levels and levels, areas of value, points of interest, and the rest. We also have diagonal line, in trading mostly called Trendline. Now it becomes Trendline, or you use it based on what you want to, the purpose it is meant for, but it is mostly called Trendline. We have equidistance line. Equidistance line helps you to draw channel. You can also use Trendline to draw channel, but then equidistance line using to draw channel only helps you pick your highs and the lows and it will draw for you. We also have the Fibonacci tool. Now, all these appears on the standard toolbar once you install it, except the rectangle here you see. I use the rectangle frequently, hence I add it to it. So anything you want to add in extra, maybe you use Elliott wave theory a lot, or you use Fibonacci periods a lot. and you want to drop it on the chart on easy accessible for you, you can just add them here. Now I'm going to show you that quickly first before we continue. So what you need to do is just to click on these three buttons. Now this is actually on its own. Okay, you can see that it's moving, it's on its own. So let's put it back. All right, now there are some three dots, some dotted lines here. Right click on them, then you come to customize. So if you come to customize, you just add any symbol, any object, any button you use frequently. Let me say I want to add let's say I want to add Fibonacci expansion or Fibonacci channel. Okay, so watch here carefully. So I'm adding, see it's added. Let's say I want to add Fibonacci expansion. Watch carefully, I added. Okay, let's say I want to remove the Fibonacci expansion. I'll click on it and I remove it, is gone. So that is how you can add anything you want to add here. You can do the same thing for the main standard at the same time. So you can, what do you want to see? What don't you want? Is there a strategy text that you want to add? And the rest, you can, these are things you can just add over here for easy accessibility. We have the same thing for time. So customize, you can add more times based on your easy accessibility at the same time, guys. So it's always very important to know how to use tools on your chart. Now we're going to take one of the assets. Now, when you open the MetaTrader very fresh and you log in, you might not see all assets or currency pairs here. You can right click and show all, or hide all, or delete a particular currency pair you don't trade. Now, mostly it is always good to simplify to define your asset. Now, define your asset means that you can click on this button. Those of you that love using shortcuts, if you put the cursor on, if you rest the cursor on any of the symbol, it gives you their names. And that is what can also help you make know the platform very well. So if you click on the symbol, which you can use Control U, if you click on it like this, all the categories of the assets you have, the broker gives you opportunities to say, okay, I don't trade this. So you double click, it's gone. I don't trade this. You can see as I double click, it appears here. So let's say I don't trade this. Let's just take few stocks, or I don't trade crypto at all. Okay, you can just uncheck everything you want. You don't want to trade, or you don't want so many things to just be within this area, worrying you so much. You can do that for even currency pairs, major, minors, energies, equity indices, shares, exotics, precious metals, and the rest. So that's how you can define what you want to see within this area. So when you are trading, or if you're looking for any currency pair and you did not find it, the first place you should go is to click, double click on the what? Show, or click on the show symbol to give you all those stuff. Now, let's practice some of the stuff quickly. Now, let's say we want to draw a vertical line. You just click on it and then select anywhere you want to put it. Very simple, okay? Very simple. And then we want to draw a horizontal line, which the name is horizontal line, but the purpose you want to draw it for, we'll give it its name. Are you drawing it for a support area? Are you drawing for a resistance area? Or you are drawing it to identify a major reaction point of price? That will tell the name. So once you click it, you can see selected horizontal line. You just select where you want to drop it. Well, I just drop it, but I have a reason why I'm dropping it here. Okay, that is what those are things we're going to look at the same time. We have the trend line or the diagonal line, okay, that you can use to draw things like this, things like this, things like this, things like this. That's the purpose of the trend line, okay? So that is for trend line. With the equidistance line, can use it to pick the certain period you want and then draw just that line for whatever analysis you want to do. You can adjust them anyhow as well. Then we have the Fibonacci tool. Fibonacci tool is actually used especially when you're in a trending market, ABC pattern formation, and the market move that you want to see if there will be a retracement, or if a retracement started, you want to understand is a retracement over using the Fibonacci number. So for a sell market, you drag down. For a buy market, you drag up. Now, you don't just drag, you pick from where the trend is coming from. Okay, I'm going to clear the chart. For instance, let's say this market is moving from here and gets here. We want to look for the retracement points for a continuation of the market. What do? You draw from where the market begins from to where the market is. Okay, so if it is from the top, you draw from the top to the bottom. If from the bottom, you draw from the bottom to the top. For instance, example, okay. So this level here, to be sure what happened here, the market started moving from this point and scaling up to the top, right? So there was no much major retracement there. Now, how and where do you need Fibonacci? So for example, when market is doing something like this, okay, market is doing something like this, and then you are in a trade or you want to enter a trade, and then the market starts coming down toward this area, what then do you do? So this is the point where you take the Fibonacci tool, you put it at this particular point, you bring it to this level, then we use the number. We're going to break down Fibonacci for you to understand. I'm just showing you how to draw it. Okay, now that's one side. The other side is the market is moving downward. Let's say it all started like this, doing something like this, okay? And then got here, you want to find out if the market is going to continue selling or buying. Put your Fibonacci here, drag it to this point where price is currently, then approach it giving you will tell you where you should look for a retracement, a buy, or a reversal, or the market has changed direction. So that is the purpose of Fibonacci tool. We have different types of Fibonacci. Putting all the Fibonacci system together gives you what we call the harmonic trading or harmonic pattern. They also have the Elliott wave theory. They also have a pattern they use. I'm not an Elliott wave trader, but I can just give you a concept around it. If you are okay, you want to be an Elliott wave trader, there's no problem. I mostly use Fibonacci when it comes to technical analysis and retracement of price, and I want to get it when I'm in a trending market. I use the Fibonacci a lot, so I can talk much about the Fibonacci for you, right? Great. Now, taking this off as well. I'm not lecturing for you, so just take time to understand everything. You're writing down your questions, so you can ask after I'm done. Now, test. The T here is a test. So in case you want to write something, okay, I took a trade here. Let's say test. I barely use it, but I'll just try to use it very well. So description, let's say I took a trade. I took a trade here and lost, okay, or win, something like that. Then we have parameters. You can choose the type of font you want, the font size, and the rest, and all those stuff. Okay, so it means that anytime you get to the chart, you can use that to actually identify what happened within that area, or you are giving an instruction to someone. That's the purpose of the test. We also have a rectangle tool. The rectangle tool is used for drawing demand areas, supply areas, zones, mostly zones. We also use it to draw areas of value, areas where market consolidates. Anytime price gets to a certain level more than one, we use it to represent that point as a resistance zone, as a resistance, as a support zone, as a support, as a demand area. point of interest, and the rest. How do you do it? So when you click on it, which I'm going to do, and I want to capture this whole area, this is how to use it. Very simple. Okay. Now, all these things we are drawing, you can customize them. So when you double click, when you draw it, you can see there's a 4 arrows, 4 dots on the sizes. If it is a trend line you drew, there are some dots around it. If it is horizontal line, if it is vertical line, you have end dots for them. When you click on the end dots, you can re-extend. You can also right click and go to properties and then change the color anyhow you want it. You can draw the object as background, right? So there are points in time where, let's say you're doing a trend line, you are drawing a zone and you want the zone or the rectangle to be behind the chart. So you can check all those stuff so that the line will not cross on the candlestick. You can change color. Let's say I just want to change this color randomly. You want to define, maybe you want to define the reason the trend line or the reason why you're drawing the trend line. You can use the name to classify. So this is a trend line targeting some points. Okay? And then you can add the description, come to parameters, just date and time. You want to extend it as an array, you can use them. You want the visualization at the same time. Which time frame do you want it to appear on? Let's say you're only doing something on 1 hour time frame and you want it to maintain on 1 hour time frame. You can do all those checks within this whole area at the same. Okay, so let's say after that you click OK, you can see the color has changed. You can do the same thing for test. Okay, this is a test property. Let's say we want to change it random color, maybe this color, right? So you can see it's also changed. Same as the rectangle, right? So on default, I use it as draw as object as background, right? So you can remove it at the same time. You can also disable selection. So if you disable selection, it means that these 3 dots will not be available. Okay. And let's say we want to change the color randomly. Maybe we want to give it this color. You can see it changes, right? So basically, this is how you do modifications and few stuff on your chart. I hope you are following. If you are following, indicate in the chat box, I am following. Quickly. If you are following, indicate in the chat box, I'm following. Let me know I'm not talking to myself. Okay, 1 person is following. 2 people are following. 3. So I think I'm progressing. I started teaching 2 people. Now 4 people are following. Awesome. 5. All right, great. Now, I hope you watch your time as well. Now, this is how all these things are done. Same way you can do it on the mobile phone. Just that the buttons are different. Yeah. Same way you can do it on the mobile phone. Just the buttons. Now, these are tools we're going to use as far as technical analysis are concerned. Okay, how we use them makes it different. Okay, all right, thank you. So let's go to candlestick. I'm not going to go into detail because if you are not on their our main Telegram group for training, if I run myself, I'll share the link. You can join there. All the previous learning materials, introduction to trading, all the videos that can guide you will be uploaded there. And the books you need, Candlestick Bible to help you understand candlestick properly, or to give you an overview knowledge on candlestick will also be uploaded there. We also upload any image we think will help you as far as your trading career is concerned. So I'm just going to draw a basic candlestick pattern for you just to know what it's all about, right? Now, I'm going to zoom this chart. Ideally, many people do one mistake. They like to see the chart like this. Please, when you open any chart and you zoom out like this, well, if it is after you analyze the market and you are looking for the name of a particular candlestick, or you want to identify any candlestick pattern, no problem. But if you don't know the market structure and you just open the trade looking for an entry to execute a trade and you zoom out the chart like this, you are completely wrong. You always have to what? Zoom out so you can see the structure of the market, the nature of the market, what the market is representing for you before you start zooming out. The zooming out have 5 levels. Okay, let me go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, up, down, 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 down. Always check it from this angle for you to just pick up certain stuff. Now, this is a 1 hour time frame, and then the market is giving us a data from 28 July. Let's zoom out. It is not giving us data from 4th September. Let's zoom out. It's not giving us data from 21st September. Let's zoom out. 29th September. Let's zoom out. 4th October. We zoom out for the last 6th October. Which one do you think is necessary as far as you are a technical trader? You are trading with technical analysis. You are using historical data to focus and project the current market and where market is going. You need to see history. That is why you need to switch in between time frames. When you go to daily time frame, it's giving us data on this same Zoom, 15th August, right? When we go back, 21st June, we go back 6th March, go back 23rd, we go back 7th July, we go back December 2020, right? So that is what you need to always understand, always do for yourself, so you can understand the market properly, right? Now, what is candlestick? What is candlestick? Very, very simple, okay? Now, let's do some drawings quickly, just for us to be on the same page. So we have 2 colors. We use red, and then we use green. But please, the color is just an indicator to help you identify the 2 candles so fast. Something is more important for you to know than just the color. Okay. Ideally, I should just draw for you with 1 single color so that we use that methodology approach. So I'm going to mix it up like I'm doing. Okay. Well, let me just do the right way for you. So we have something like this. Okay. All right. Now, a buy candle or a bull candle opens below and closes above. Okay. Then a bear candle, B-E-A-R, or a sell candle, that's what? Opens above and then close below. Now, where price opened from and close within a specific period of time. For example, we are dealing with 1 hour time frame. It means that every 1 hour, a candlestick will open and close. So the distance the candlestick travels and considering where it closes matters here. And that distance is considering everything from here to here. But where it opens and closes that matters for your decision making is called the body of the candlestick. Okay, so the body of the candlestick. The body and size of the candlestick is about the distance. This distance. Okay? That distance determines the body of the candlestick. We are not interested in the width, but they all have the same width. We are interested in the height. We are not also considering after the opening and the close. Now, after the opening and then before the close has a unique something you need to understand, and that is called the wick. Okay, W-I-K. So it is in this area. So this blue dots areas, okay, these ones and these ones are called the wick of the candlestick. I remember those days when we started learning trading. I write this as W-E-A-K. If you laugh, you won't go to heaven. All right, now, what is the wick? Within that period, 1 hour, within that period, 4 hours, the candlestick opened at a certain price and closed at a certain price. But after it opened, the market can go to the other side before closing. And before it closes, the market can go beyond the price before it closes. For example, let's say market opened at 2, bullish. Market opened at 2. And within that 1 hour, the market came to -3. Okay. And went to +7 and closed at 6. Okay. Now, from 6 to 2 is the body of the candlestick. And then 6 to 7 is the wick. 2 to -3 is the wick. And the opposite is for what? The sell candle. Very, very simple. Okay. Now, the length of the wick against the body tells you who is controlling the market and a decision or indecision happening in the market. Okay, there could be indecision and a good decision. Are the buyers in control? There is a way the candlestick will look like. Okay, are the buyers in the market? Are they strong? Are they making full chest control? Are they taking over? Is there a consolidation or no movement or indecision in the market? We're giving all those candles. The body of the candle against the wick of the candle also give you the name and type of that candlestick. The name and type of that candlestick. Then we start seeing names like the hammer candlestick, the inverted hammer, or dragonflies, the Marubozu candlesticks, the dojis, and the rest. Then, when one candlestick is paired with another candlestick, which are 2 candlesticks that form a sequence, also give you what we call combination of candlestick. And we also look at it as candlestick patterns. When you see candlesticks like engulfing candlesticks, Aramic candlesticks, and the rest. The single ones, aside the dojis, we still have the tweezers. And we have tweezers for both. We have piercing line, how the previous candlestick opens. and how the candlestick rallies, dark routes, minimum. I'm not going to break all these things down because of time. So you need to give yourself an assignment to go read more about it, because we'll give you the resources. We are just going to help you spot some of the major ones, especially the ones I use. Then we have a little bit 3 or more candlestick patterns, like the morning star, like the evening star, and the rest. Then these candlesticks, they write the behavior of the market for you. So you need to understand that base, what we call price action. And the candlestick is an indicating factor that gives you that, and also helps you understand the nature of the market and reaction of price in the market, which means that if you want to understand, it's just like basic mathematics, your best friend should be candlestick. Why? Because this is defining our decision as far as the marketplace is concerned. That is not all. Regardless the type of trader you want to be, swing, scalping, position trading, which we'll talk about when we get to risk management. We're going to talk about all those stuff for you. Candlestick helps you. You want to be an institutional trading concept trader, candlestick is needed. You cannot jump over candlestick. Except you want to be using a chart type or line chart type or bar chart type, or let's say you go to other charting software where we have the holo candles and the rest. As far as we are here concerned, MetaTrader platform or basic trading concept, we need a Japanese candlestick. And the rules that govern Japanese candlestick is what we're going to put. Now, if you get it and follow till this far, let me know. All right, so some people are saying they cannot hear me. Am I audible, guys? Am I audible? Say audible if I'm audible. Awesome. Okay, so Jenny, I would recommend you kindly check your internet. All right, thank you. I'm audible. So it is not going to go interesting, a little bit complex, but just follow, right? Down, do not let anything distract you. Concentrate on the chart because we are starting work. I'm not going to give too much theory, too much talking. No, we are here to make money. No, so a couple of days ahead, even if we are analyzing, we see good opportunity, we all sell and make money, or we lose money. Remember, market will definitely hit your stop at a particular point. Now, what is the purpose of technical analysis, and what is technical analysis? How many types of, or what are the ways you can identify the market and make decision? Well, you can identify the market by speculation. You can identify the market by fundamental analysis. So fundamental analysis talking about dated events where some calendar dated activities happened. And fundamental traders make decisions with the data that is released from the market or of those events, sorry, not the market. And those events have effect on the market. GDP, in the United States, employment claims, non-farm payrolls, interest rate adjustment, and the rest. Even weather, conflicts, misunderstandings, fighting, peace, they all have effect in the market. So if you are a trader, when you are a technical analysis trader, you need more fundamental data. You need to be up to your game and know what is happening around the world. So Mark, does it mean those who are fundamentals, they don't need it. Well, they need it as well. But what I'm just trying to let you understand is that if you analyze the market and you want to take trades, you need to know what is happening aside your analysis. Now, if you're a trader, technical, and you did not consider fundamental data before making decisions, your analysis might turn wrong. And you might end up blaming yourself. That is why I'm stressing on that. Now, technical analysis is all about taking into consideration previous movement of price, projecting it with current data, okay, to determine the next movement of price to help you make your decision, where you need to identify the market structure, the market direction, market formation, price movement, and the rest. Areas of value. Okay, what is the area, the most important place I can make a decision? Okay, and then it helps you get your entry prices and your exit prices. That's not just all. There are many rules that governs all these things I shared. Very simple. Now, technical analysis also goes down to talk about the type and way you want to approach the market. You want to go with a pure price action. I'm going to touch all the levels, all the ways to approach the market. So as you grow, you will be able to what? Define the one you want. Okay, now we're all going to look at support and resistance. But I'm not just going to teach you support and resistance because some of you are already traders and you've heard some negative stuff as far as support and resistance is concerned. And now, instead of you to focus on understanding why those negative stuff, you are running, moving from one place to another. I don't have a problem with it. But one beautiful thing you need to do for yourself is that it's not just about going to YouTube and get yourself confused the more. It's about getting to understand if the direction you chose is correct. If that direction you chose is correct and something is not working for you, then you look for the solution. But if you don't even know why you choose that direction, you're already lost. I know people I follow that trade support and resistance in the make. Now, support and resistance, what is wrong? Even we are not at an advanced stage, but I want to let you understand is it is not just about drawing a line. Okay, this is support. This is a resistance. So on a static base, once the market get to, let me change the color so that we use it for example, okay? So once the price get to medium blue, I'm expecting market to sell. And you put your stop loss above it. Okay, once price get to the orange line, I'm expecting a buy because it's a support. No, that one will not work for you. So let me just change your mindset right now for support and resistance. Define it, spot it, but when price gets there, have some rules. Those rules should influence your decision. Then it becomes a support area or a resistance because support can become resistance and resistance can become support. So in our academy, or those who trade with us, we don't define the lines we draw. We add conditions to the line we draw. And when those conditions are met, we give it the name at that time. So this area can be considered as a support. This area can be considered as a support. Okay. But when price is approaching this area, we are not seeing it as a support. We are seeing it as support or resistance. Okay. When price is approaching this area, let me give it another color. Okay. Just for us to follow suit. I'm watching time. Will close very soon. Let me use let me choose a different color. Let me use yellow. Right, great. So when price is approaching this yellow in our section, we can use it to take profits. Support and resistance helps you take profit. Support and resistance helps you set stop loss. It helps you get your entry. But if you did not define it well, it won't work for you. Okay. For instance, all those who will be trading this market live will consider this area here as a resistance. Okay, but here lies the case. Price break that level to the stop here. At the same time, there are some group of people that will also consider this area as a support and resistance. Let me be specific. Many people here will see this as a resistance. So as the market was pushing to the top here, they will be entering a sell. All those people will hit stop because they understand support and resistance the old way. But if you understand support and resistance the new way, that will guide you and change your trading lifestyle. Is that look at the speed. Okay, look at the speed, the momentum, how the candle is approaching the area you draw or the area you spotted as a support, as a resistance, or as a reaction area. And ask yourself, is there a possible bounce or it will break? If you are thinking about support and resistance, what should come to your mind is a bouncing or a breaking area. But if you're only expecting a bounce, you might be wrong. There are instances where support and resistance just work perfectly for the bounce. But there are instances where support and resistance work as the break. So when you have two options in mind, bounce and break, and you look at a full body candlestick forming, and the reaction of the market is telling you that the market is actually going to break, and then you are static on the bounce because to you it's a resistance or to you it's a support field. I'm giving you the medicine. It's not that support and resistance don't work. People who use demand and supply, they also lose at times. Some of them also, they don't understand. They just draw it statically. Those who use zone, they also lose. Those who use patterns, WM, triangles, ascending triangles, falling wedge, and the rest, yes, we lose. Those who use trend lines, diagonal lines, we lose. You will keep losing if you are static to the effect of that. But let me come back to introduction. When the anointing comes, it's as if I'm teaching my inner circle people. I'm back. Right. Now, so support and resistance is a way to approach the market. Demand and supply, with little experience, build on support and resistance. As far as zones are concerned, demand and supply come to effect on reaction of price to the zone. That gives you if it's a demand. And when the demand comes, market rallies. You need to understand all these things. Okay. So don't just define yourself to a basic principle without going into the logical aspect of that basic principle. So if you get a basic principle, what you need to understand is what? Get the logical reason behind that basic principle and make sure you effect confluence to that basic principle. It will work for you, right? Then we have other block traders. We have the institutional approach. Have pure candlestick traders. Have pure candlesticks. Then we have candlestick pattern traders. Then we have the normal pattern. Those who trade the normal pattern, they don't always rely on candlestick, but candlestick affect their decision making. Now, putting all these together gives you or will give you what we call a confluence in decision making. Okay. It gives you confluence in decision making. Now, when you're able to get 3 or more evidence or reason why the market is going your way, definitely it has to go your way on 85% average or more, or sometimes lesser. Okay. Now, you need to look at, we'll be treating support and resistance properly, but you also need to look at what can affect support and resistance. Not just drawing it. If you are just drawing it, you are just like an artist drawing a beautiful line. Then we also have technical indicators like moving averages, which is a trend indicator. You can also use some oscillators where we go into a little bit of convergences and divergences reaction in the market. That is where the MACDs, the relative strength index, the stochastics, and all those come from. You can also go with the Williams structures and strategies as well, once you're able to identify the trend. Now, what is the most important thing of trading? The most important thing is identifying the trend, where the trend ends, where the trend pauses, and where the trend reverses. There is always a point where the market pauses or stop. Not that when the market closes. If you are actually trading live and you observe market and price movement, there's always a point where the market stop or pause and change direction. We have many of them here. We have the point where market pause and stop and change the direction, and markets stop and pause and continue the direction. So we have base elements to help you identify. We're also going to teach you how to identify turning point, which is not that easy to everybody, because at every turning point, there is a liquidity, just like here. Every turning point, there is a liquidity. We're going to talk about liquidity. So all those who see this area as a turning point, they are liquidated by this point. All those who see this area as a turning point, they are in profit. All right, we're going to end it here for tonight and continue on Friday. Please don't be late, come early, and learn for yourself. So if you have any question, please raise your hand and we address it for you. You raise your hand, I'll give you the access to unmute your mic, and then we take it from there. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you find value in what we teach you. So, question time, guys. Question time. Question. Do you have any question? Any question? All right. Now, those of you that wanted to, I don't know if any of you showed interest and you reach out and you didn't get your feedback, but if you make that decision to start trading with us, that opportunity will be ending very, very soon, right? It's also to just encourage some of you that don't know where you should put yourself, right? And also, I think some people who were trading them, especially the old student, and they start trading live, at least they start seeing the difference. Now, at the start point, it helps you control your emotion, especially if you are going with a guidance. Yesterday, I was coming home and a Nigerian boss lady called me and said, "Hey, I made about 100,000 naira." I was like, "How?" So it's just a signal I give, and it's not on demo. You're a Nigerian here listening to me. What can 100,000 naira do to you? Talk to me in the chat box. You're a Ghanaian listening to me. What can 8,200 Ghana cedi do for you in a day? Type in the chat box so that we go. What can 100,000 naira do for you? If you're happy to make that, let's say every 2 days, well, somebody made it a day. And the interesting thing is that people make millions in a day. In fact, in hours. But I'm not urging this to enter your brain. I'm only letting you know the decision you are making. Right? So if you are ready to scale it up and invest in it properly, 100,000 naira. Buge, where are you? Buge, unmute your mic. I want to ask you a question. Priscilla, I want to ask you a question.
Okay, boss, I'm here.
So I was audible, eh?
Yes, you are.
I didn't know I'm audible because I was asking your people, they are not talking to me. All right, so how do you feel yesterday when you make $99.99 for the first time in history?
Well, I feel fulfilled, like
You please, I beg, don't speak all this big grammar.
satisfied. Let me bring it down.
Bring it down. Me, I don't understand English now. The ones I used to teach, I borrow it.
Yeah, I feel satisfied that, before now it used to be demo trading, and I was able to summon that courage to, fund my account and start
How much
trading.
did you fund? How much did you fund?
I actually funded $37, 37.7.
37.7.
Yes.
Can you please show us so that it will not be like a telecast interview, so that okay, very good. But before then, what do you do?
Okay, I don't do anything at the moment. I was actually working, but I resigned.
Oh, okay, you resigned.
Yes, okay. I worked in one of the company as an accountant, but I resigned.
Oh, you resigned. Okay.
Yeah,
so
just 2 months ago.
What you made on Sunday, is it more than your salary, or is less than your salary, or is equal to your salary those days you're at work?
It's more than my salary, sir.
Oh, okay. It's more than your salary.
Yes.
Okay, so we are not asking anybody to go and resign. Okay. But you can be working, especially if you love. For instance, me, if I get a job I like a life of fun, like piloting skill, I will do. So I'll be trading and I enjoy. If you're a teacher and you love teaching, then it means that you can be trading and comfort yourself, so you can teach with passion. So how many times do you blow your account? I'm interested in that.
Okay. Actually, I experienced losses, but not like blowing the account. I think it was once, yeah.
Oh, how much did you blow?
I lost
how much did you blow?
$20.
How much did you blow? Oh, $20 is gone. How do you feel?
When the day that I blew the account,
yes,
the $20.
The day you threw the $20 away.
Yeah, I felt bad, like I'm coming to trade and I'm losing money, because one of the things that got me into trading was to make money and not to lose money. So I felt bad.
So what do I tell you when you contacted me?
Yeah, so you informed me that in trading we don't lose, rather we learn from any of our mistakes, because for me to have lost that money means there is something I didn't do right. I should go back to the drawing board, try to find out what I did not do right, so as not to allow it to happen again.
Very good. And you did that?
Yes, I did.
And you now made more than that one. All right, so share your screen for us. I want your family to watch. Now, guys, as she is talking, where it is sweet like this, be testimony for church. Let me speak small PG. It's 1 year journey. Yeah. She started learning for a year now. A year now. A year and a month now. Now, you can actually do it faster as well. It's all based on your trading stuff, how you want to approach it. Okay, so I'm interested in the history of the trade. So just go to history, okay, so that we see for yourself. Oh, you're even doing withdrawal yourself.
Yeah, withdraw today.
You started to enjoy already. That's good. All right, so give you last week report.
Okay.
Just week on week, don't customize it.
Okay.
So just last week.
This is last week, sir.
So there was a total deposit of $96, which was 36 because of the transaction we were doing today. So you can see $36 deposited, and then 134 made as profit. You saw some reds, losses apart, but at least there was an improvement from that day where there was a loss. All right, so thank you, Priscilla, for sharing. What do you have to tell your people?
Okay, it's not just to sweet mouth and make you feel like they want to convince me. No, like you heard our mentor said, it's a year journey now. That is for me, and a lot of persons have stayed here for more than a year and they are still counting. It's a very simple thing that everybody can do, irrespective of your age and whatever you think you're doing. The only thing you need to do is just consistency and make sure you're focusing. Okay, some of us will just on this Zoom and we will not concentrate. And it's so annoying. I thank God for this opportunity, so I will have to say it out. It's so annoying that you saw an opportunity to come and learn something free of charge and you are playing with it, like you're not serious with it. And some of us will just leave the group. I don't know how you want to learn it. If you don't pay attention, ask questions. If you are confused anywhere, just ask. I remember last year, by this time last year, the way I would just ask funny questions and I would be laughed at. I don't even care. I remember how many times they were looking for me when I said I'm lost.
I think it is buying. I think it is selling. I mean, if I were you. All right, continue.
Please, I just want to use this medium to really encourage all of us. See, we can do it. You can as well get more than what I've gotten. It's my first profit, and you see how I'm sounding very happy about it. You too, you can also sound the same way. The only thing you need to do is just to pay attention, concentrate, and give it your time. This remaining 2 or 3 weeks to go, you can use it to grab something. That's all I can say for now. Thank you very much, boss.
Okay. Thank you very much, Priscilla. All right, guys. The interesting thing is this. You get to that point in history where we ask who will be those who wants to be prefects for the session. There were 3 of them. They were prefects. Right? They coordinate the class and the rest. And out of those 3, 2 gave up. And she remained. And today, is now our rep in Nigeria and developing other reps in other states. Now, anything you want to do in life, I'm not coming to give you motivational message. I don't do that. Because at this stage of life, 1,000 naira and 30 kobo is equivalent to 1,030 naira is equivalent to $1. It's about 400%, 300 something percent. My last visit to Nigeria, internal flights went up. Traveling by bus went up. Fuel went up. So if you're in Nigeria, and well, the interesting thing is that I don't want to ask too much personal questions, Priscilla, but one thing I can tell you categorically, she stopped working in June. Is it June or May thereabout? And the reason why she stopped working is because we want her to concentrate on our community. But if I ask her right now and she call her workers, her co-workers, they will tell you the same salary they earn in Naira remains the same. Who is working in Nigeria on a salary? From June or May till now, is your salary increased? Anybody here? Someone should just answer me quickly. Did they increase your salary from June? Oh, my Dr. Sarah said no. But the interesting thing is that from that time, before the new president comes to power, all salaries remain the same. But fuel prices went up from 250 naira. What's the current price for fuel in Nigeria? Is it still 500 or it's climbing? Someone should just type that price for me, okay? So if fuel prices can rise by 300%, 610 naira, it means that from 250, okay, Abuja is 630. I love the figures. All right. Now, from 250 naira, but let me be frank with you. In 2020, when I came to Nigeria, I actually traveled within 5 states in Nigeria, and I saw a fuel effect analysis, and I was so happy that it's better than Ghana when it comes to fuel. Well, it's still better, by the way. It's still better, by the way. All right. Now, one thing I want you guys to understand is that as far as fuel price went up from 250 to 600, everything's price went up over 100%. That is it. Any economist, accountant here, you can figure out that yourself. So if your salary remains the same, if you were earning in dollar, there is no problem. So I think Priscilla is not better because she earns in dollar. So even let's say the first time we spoke and I saw her enthusiasm and every other stuff, and she mentioned her salary, and I converted her, I said, this is too small now. Even if she's taking 1900 or is taking 50, as far as it's dollars and the effect of dollar keeps going up, is better than somebody who is taking naira. These are things that we should understand. Now, if you are in Ghana, I'm not talking to only Nigerians. Today we scalp, and with least lot size, people make $7, people make $10 in our community. That's 10,000 naira. That's for 120 Ghana cedis. Now, if you are making that every day, it means that, let's say you're making that 10, let's say everything is all things being equal, and you're making just $10 every day. It means that you are prone to make about $240 every month. That's 240,000 naira. I'm sure it will cushion you small, right? It's 8 p.m. Ghana, 9 p.m. Nigeria, 10 p.m. South African time. Thank you so much for your time. If you want any other service, you contact Priscilla, you contact Dr. Sarah, you contact Awinepa, and myself. We have our mentorship session with a one-time fee. You try and you learn, and make money. We have a VIP session, which is like one-on-one, okay? Me and you only, not group. I teach according to your speed. We have that. Then we have our premium service, which we are trying to mold it to become a trading zone. We are integrating super Saturdays, where we are going to start trading from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. Right? Super Saturdays. Why Super Saturdays? Super Saturday because a lot of people will be in the house. Someone's like, but the first market is closed. Yeah, we have a market that's open. So we're going to trade that market the whole of the day. The Sunday special, after church, we are hooked up to somewhere 6, 8 p.m. That's what I'm designing. And I'm designing a way that if any triple, mostly if I design things like this, I adjust my trips towards it. The only time where the super Saturdays won't work is maybe we have a program and stuff. But if it won't, then we have to do Friday, right? Or we do a marathon. So marathon can be like 12 hours being with the computer, looking for opportunity trading. And it's just to help some people make at least $1,000, $2,000, maybe $10,000 for the year end, right? And also, it's also a way to concentrate on myself because I taught the whole year. The teaching takes much of my time, like much my time. So close the end of the journey, we focus on ourselves, the team, myself. We just make some cool money into the new year. So it will be amazing if you find yourself there because we are not charging you for that. It's going to build you up, going to improve you. That is why we don't do investment programs. We don't do account management. We don't trade for people. There's already a lot of pressure, so we don't disappoint anybody. So we help you trade, help you control your money. We help you do what you can do for your own money. Okay. So basically, when you learn trading, please, one thing that killed me, and I always advise every introductory class, Priscilla can attest the fact is, once you start learning how to trade, there is that tempting spirit of taking people's money. Not even they reaching out to you. If they reach out to you, it's better. But you reaching out to them, oh, John, now I can trade. Bring me your money. Give me 1 million naira. I'll be giving you 10% every day. Don't do that. Now, if you start trading, and you are displaying your result, well, you still need to pray for yourself. That's one. I'm not saying don't share your result. You should pray for yourself. Aside that, people will contact you. Can you trade for me? Please, as you are burning your data now, some of you, I'm very sure that you borrowed data. In fact, there's one session I'm developing now, which will be midnight training, especially for Nigeria and Ghana, because many of the youth don't have money to buy data during the day. So anything they want to do, they push it into midnight. We know the problems our youth are facing, and we will try as much as possible. So we'll be introducing midnight training so that those who can afford the data or use the midnight bundles can still learn. So tell them that, hey, go and learn. It's free. Don't be tempted. I am saying this because we will then start trading. You start taking signals. Once I am very sure that everybody understands the interface of the MetaTrader. So do not make that mistake where you will now be trading and finally, by the grace of God, you are making money. instead of you to spend that money on yourself, you're using it to pay debt. It's not good. If it is $10, let us know. We will show you how to grow it. If it is $50, let us know. We will show you how to grow it. If you have 100, you are already the best. If you manage and get 500, that is fantastic. If you manage and get 1,000, you are awesome. But if it is 10, there is someone that will give you 2. They are good at small account trading. The rest is you being patient. The rest is what? You being consistent, accumulating it small. You don't use your eye to look into other people's plates. Before you realize, you are growing your 20, your 10 to 100, and then to 1,000, and then you keep growing. The testimony you heard is not to entice you, but you should know that someone moved $39 and withdraw some. That person can never be emotional when trading. That is our goal. So thank you. The rest, God knows I have done my part. The rest is now up to you to be serious, to increase your financial, whatever you're going to call it, right? So thank you so much for the time. I will try and be posting good signals on your platforms, God willing, from tomorrow. And what we will do on those platforms is that when you pick the signal, just drop a screenshot. Okay. When you take the signal, whether it is red, whether it is blue, just post a screenshot so we know what problem you are facing, right? Now, what you can do for yourself is that because the groups are not noisy, customize the ringtone or the group tone so that once it comes, you can see the signal on time. So have a good evening. I wish you the best of the week. And it's awesome always coming to you people. I love serving people, and I'm always filled with pleasure to give the best, if not more than to everybody. All right, so have a good evening. In Nigeria, we need reps in all the states. So if you are learning and you feel you are getting value and you want to extend that value within your territory, talk to Priscilla. She's an awesome person. You guys will plan. Once we have good numbers in your country, you guys will see me there. And people have to make some good money before I leave the country. The interesting thing is that most of my students are more riskier in trading than myself. So I can give the same signal and Priscilla will make $20 and maybe I'll make $5. Well, that's my style of trading. I'm not saying risk so much, but the most important thing is when I step foot in Nigeria once again, some people have to be compulsorily millionaires before I leave. But it has to be with at least 100 people trading live. At least if it is within 5 states, you can then start motivating them, grooming them, so they can grow and match up to the top traders. So have a good night. I wish you all the best.